Welcome back to ARC Tutorials. This is SQL Complete Tutorial Series for absolute beginners. Till the last episode, we learned about the DML, DDL and the basics and the theory that you need to get started with SQL. Today onwards, we start actual SQL programming and also coding, and we'll learn each concept step by step. With that being said, let's get started. Today we are going to create a database. Alright, before we get started, please do continue to support me and my channel. Please do like, share, comment. If you like my work, consider buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/arctutorials. Alright, so following is the playlist we have covered so far. We have covered DDL and DML concepts. Today we are going to start with creating a database. Alright, so what do you need to create a database? Okay, I hope the installation part that I showed you here is successful. You have your MySQL database or the Postgres database up and running. How do you verify? You can go to localhost 8800 once you start the MAMP and type php myadmin. If you have downloaded WAMP, you would see this option to start and stop, and you can see the port that it is running on. So if you see the under ports, you can see your MySQL is running 8889. Same way for PostgreSQL. Now once you have got your php myadmin, the application up and running, you can click on SQL, which is where you can run your queries or write the SQL commands. Alternatively, if you want, you can also use the MySQL Workbench. That's another free tool which you can connect to local database and run your queries. Same way with PostgreSQL. Alright, so I hope you got the thing. If not, drop me in the comment and I'll help you set it up. Okay, so we are learning about creating a database today. So the command we'll run is create database name. Okay, that's the command we have to run to create a database. But before that, I always encourage folks to run the command show databases. Now when you type this command and hit go here, or if you are on Workbench, you can type show databases and click on execute query. Okay, so once you click, you can see the list of databases you have in your local. Okay, now same thing I'll show you here also, just so that you have different options how you can work. So it is showing you different databases that are already available. So you'll click on SQL to get your query builder. Same way, if you are using Workbench, you can type the commands right here. Okay, so first you'll type show databases, then you will write show create database followed by the database name. Okay, now in our case, let's give a name. We'll call it arc database and semicolon and semicolon, and then you can select the command that you want to execute and hit again query, and it will tell you what happened here. If you see at the bottom, you can see it says one rows affected. That means your code was successful, it was executed. Now click on show databases again. You should see the newly created database under the list. So you can see here we got the arc database. Okay, so that is how you create a database. Now to use it, we'll run the command use database and followed by the database name, which is, again, I am showing you all the options. um, it says database is not valid at this position. So if you see here, the command is use database underscore name. So we don't need to write this keyword, just write use database and hit enter, and it will start using that now. Okay, so that's how you create a database in any SQL database. It can be a MySQL, it can be a Postgres, it can be Oracle, right, or any other relational database that you are using. I'm giving you example of MySQL here. I'll show you a couple of examples with PGSQL also, Postgres. But